Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. As you guys know, it's almost the holiday season, so Christmas is about to be here in 2 days, 3 days. I don't know if you do celebrate Christmas or not, but if you do, this is the video for you. I wanted to talk about how to kind of get through the holidays if you're really struggling with something mentally, emotionally, if it is DPDR, if it is anxiety, if it is panic attacks, anything of the sort, or just depression, or if you're struggling with your mental health in general, the holidays can be quite difficult because you're expected to show up happy and connected to people around you. You're expected to be present. And if you are struggling with anxiety or DPDR or something else, that's very difficult sometimes. And so I wanted to give you guys some tips today on if you are celebrating Christmas with your family or if you have to get to an event or something like that. I want to give you some tips on what you can focus on to make the holiday a little bit more pleasant, I guess, or less stressed, or um, to, yeah, not make it as confrontational. And the first thing I want to give you is, I guess, the most important, which is do not place any expectations on yourself of how you're supposed to feel during the holidays. I think the higher our expectations are, the more unhappy we'll be when they're not met. Plus, high expectations also have the tendency to create more resistance because if you have this expectation of yourself to show up and be present and not have anxiety or not feel off or weird at all, then if you end up feeling those things, then you're just going to be more resistant towards it and you're going to end up making your symptoms worse. As I've talked about many times before on this channel, resistance is really the key to making your anxiety stronger. If you feel something and you really fight that you're feeling it and you really don't want to feel it, then that stress is just going to multiply those feelings and make you feel even more upset. So, the tip I would give you is don't put any expectations on yourself this year. Do not expect yourself to feel any way that you're not going to be feeling. And then any positive feeling that you have is just a bonus, It's just like, okay, I'm expecting myself to just show up how I'm feeling. I'm not going to expect anything of myself. And if I do end up feeling present and more connected, then that's great. But if not, there's going to be another Christmas next year in which I can be present. So that's the first tip I want to give you. The second tip is to find something that you can focus on that is absolutely sustainable and that will ground you a little bit more. And so, something that I used to do a lot of when I was struggling with my anxiety was really just focusing on being present for other people, not like present in the sense of like being completely there, but trying to, in conversation, be more occupied with how is the other person doing? How is the other person feeling? Instead of how am I feeling? Like, how am I doing today? How am I coming across? To put more emphasis on just being interested and open and curious about the people in front of you, even if you don't really feel 100% yourself, just caring for other people and focusing on the love that you have for the people in your family or the love like for the people around you is a great way to, even if you don't feel completely connected, still feel more connected than if you would just be kind of stuck in your own head. One of the things that makes us like the least connected, is if we are completely focused on ourselves and what is wrong and we're stuck in our head. And sometimes one of the best ways to become more connected again, or at least to feel just that tiny bit more connected, is instead of focusing on you and how am I doing, to focus on how's the other person doing and trying to just be there for the people around you. For example, you're sitting at the dinner table, you're maybe feeling a little bit anxious, you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, you're having thoughts like, oh, how are people looking at me? Is it obvious? Why do I feel this way? Instead of being in that kind of thinking pattern, why don't you just ask your aunt how that problem with her colleague at work has been going? And not just asking it to distract yourself, but asking it to actually care about how she's been feeling and to try to just care about the people around you. The third thing that I would give you as advice is be completely in the moment with everything. Use little mindfulness techniques to bring you back into the present. For example, if you are getting a little appetizer or having like some food, try to be present with tasting the food. Try to really ground yourself as much as you can with listening to the talk, listening to the conversation, being present with the taste of the food, really just taking time to enjoy as much as you can the things that you can enjoy. Again, without that pressure of I need to feel like overwhelmingly happy or I need to feel over the moon. Just trying to feel present as much as you can. Just trying to be present with what is. And being present does not have to mean being connected. Being present just means that you show up 100% for the moment in the here and now, that you anchor yourself in the here and now. Every time you're in thinking, you're either in the past or in the future. You're either thinking, "Oh, last year I wasn't like this," or you're thinking, I wish that I was like not feeling this way, or you're always thinking about the thing that's wrong. That's the whole point. Whenever you're stuck in thoughts, whenever you're stuck in thinking, you're always focusing on something that should not be as it already is. And if you're present, basically what you're saying is, this moment is as it is, and I'm showing up for it in the moment here and now because it is what it is, might as well surrender to it. Now, the fourth tip I have for you, and this is if you struggle with existential anxiety and existential thinking. I know that for a lot of people, the whole concept of celebrating Christmas when you're feeling like the whole world is doomed is not really the first thing on your mind, or not really necessarily something that you look forward to, and that can trigger more existential questions to come up. But something that I did when I was in this kind of phase of my life where I was really struggling with that was knowing that tomorrow is another day that I can think about existence and life. So I'm just gonna give myself 2 days or one day, depending on how long you celebrate Christmas, to like tell my mind to take a break from trying to solve the problem of life. So if you are sitting at the dinner table with your family and you start having existential thinking of like, what is real, or am I really here, or why is reality the way it is, or what's the point of all of this, no matter what questions you ask or what kind of the thoughts are, to just tell yourself, you know what, I'll answer the questions tomorrow. I'll note it down. I'll tell myself tomorrow I need to fix the problems of life. Tomorrow I need to fix the problems of reality. But just for today, I'm just gonna let life be as weird and crazy as it is. And just for this day today, I'm gonna put that on hold and just telling your mind, okay, thanks for reminding me, but I'll get back to it tomorrow. You're not running from it. You're not pushing it away. You're kind of telling yourself that you can think about it the other day or tomorrow, and that just for today, you're just gonna let yourself surrender to life as it is. And just to, if we are doomed, let's just enjoy being doomed for the day and pretend like we're not doomed. I'll try and think about the solution to the problem tomorrow. And then you don't necessarily have to start thinking about it again the day after. But it's just a matter of not pushing the thoughts away, and also not like needing to have an immediate solution to the thoughts or an immediate answer to the thoughts. And that's something that I used to do, and it really helped me during the holidays to go, yeah, mind, I know about all this stuff, and yeah, it sucks, and yeah, it's probably problematic, but I'll think about it tomorrow. I'll think about it after Christmas or in the new year. Giving yourself permission to let go a little bit more of these thoughts. But again, not expecting yourself to feel incredibly happy or ecstatic or euphoric. The last tip I would give you is to just be kind to yourself. If you are struggling, the last thing you need is for you to get on your own back about why you're still stuck in this, or why you're bothered with these thoughts, or why you are feeling the way you're feeling. The first thing that you need is to feel loved and supported by yourself. And I've been thinking of this question a lot. I've been actually telling some of my clients to try and ask themselves this when they are kind of feeling really upset and they're not really sure what to do exactly, or they're not really sure what the best way to be, like what the best way would be to go about their feelings, is to just ask yourself, how would I handle this moment if I 100% loved myself and wanted to take care of myself right now? And then you'll very easily, if you can ask that question and just try to picture, if I 100% love myself right now, would I either maybe take 5 minutes to just go to the bathroom and just take some deep breaths and just place my hand on my body and on my anxiety and just go, it's okay, I'm here for myself. Maybe it is if I'm 100% love myself and you've been like obsessively trying to find an answer the whole evening or trying to like force something the whole evening. Maybe loving yourself means just giving yourself permission to let go for a little bit and sit on the couch next to your grandma or your mom or your cousin or whoever you're sitting next to, and just like let yourself let go a little bit, and just trying to be your own supporter in this very difficult moment. And if that's all you can focus on, is just seeing this as, okay, this is a difficult time, and no one in this room probably understands how I'm feeling, but I understand how I'm feeling, so I'm gonna damn show up for myself, and I'm gonna damn take care of myself tonight, and I'm gonna love myself through this difficult day, and maybe even see the humor in the situation a little bit of, man, these people have no idea what I'm going through, and that's okay because I'm here for myself. And there's this whole community on Robin's YouTube channel of people that all know what you're going through, and we're all gonna be supporting each other this Christmas, just thinking about one another and loving one another. To just be kind to yourself, and that's the most important thing you could do, really. Feeling supported, feeling loved is one of the things that as people makes us feel the safest. And so if you don't really feel understood or seen by any of your family members or by the whole situation, love and see yourself and understand yourself and support yourself and show up for yourself. And that will make you feel more safe in general. So I hope that these tips give you a little bit of guidance, a little bit of something to hold on to, a little bit of that, um, thing to like feel like, okay, this might be a shit evening, this might be not the greatest Christmas of my life, but it's gonna be all right. And by the way, maybe this is my last tip as well. Also, don't prepare for the worst. Just don't prepare for anything. You might have a great Christmas. You might enjoy it. It might actually make you feel better. But the chance of that being the fact is going to be a lot bigger if you have zero resistance and zero expectations of yourself, and that you can just be present and show up exactly as you are. So yeah, I wanted to wish you guys, maybe not a happy Christmas or a Merry Christmas, but I want to wish you guys a loving, peaceful Christmas this year. With that, I mean, I want to send my love your way. I'm gonna be thinking of all of you this Christmas because for me, Christmas has always been about people and about sharing love and connection with each other. So I'll be really thinking about you guys. And with peace, I mean that you can just be carefree about whatever the situation is. That if you struggle, that you struggle, and that's okay. That if you feel good, then you feel good, and that's okay. But I want to wish you all a loving, peaceful Christmas this year. And I'm not sure if I'll make a video next week because I'm taking some time off for the holidays as well. But if not next week, I'll see you next year. So thank you guys for watching again. I will see you guys in my next video and sending you all a big hug for Christmas.